Good evening, Monday Digs viewers and other Menardo maniacs. Rob here, and this video coming to you tonight is has two hunts in it. One is just a single curb strip on one big house that kind of has a U shape and just has one sidewalk. We get a phenomenal find there. I've been door knocking on this house for 3 years and nobody's been there, so I finally decided to do the curb strip. Hey gang, Menardo Rob here. Just going back to my truck and getting my camera because I wasn't going to film unless I found anything good. Guys, I'm in front of I want to show the whole house, but a 1915 property here in a local town that Dalton and I have hunted quite a bit. And let me show you what my second signal is. All right, guys, we do not have permission on the house. We've never been able to find anybody home here in 3 years, but they do have a nice 10-foot wide curb strip, guys. My first signal was a nail, and this one was a 21-22, which is usually a zinc, but it said it's deep. And it is a 1915 property, guys, and I got a black coin out. I dig one hole in the curb strip after door knocking for 3 years, and what do you know, somebody comes to the door that day that I don't door knock and asks me what I'm doing. So I explained to her, and she's thinking about whether she wants to let me do the yard. It's a huge yard, 1915 house. I hope she says okay, but we'll check him back on that. I was hoping for it was going to be a really early Wheatie. Sometimes the teens go down there, but guys, this is better than an old Wheatie. About 6 inches down, guys. Look at that. 1901 Indian. That is just that beautiful Indian green. It's in great shape. 1901. No environmental bumps. Oh, that's my second signal, guys. My day's made. Alrighty. 1901 Indian. All right. Don't mind the cattail. The second hunt here, guys, is a street that I've got numerous permissions on, and this is also the street I later got the cops called on me. And I really wasn't going to film that day. As you saw in the first part of the video, I had to go back to the car and get my camera. And when I got to this curb strip, I just decided I was going to hunt and not film. And it turns out I have one of the best curb strips ever, including multiple silvers. So you're not going to see the hunt, but you will see the coins. And then the second part of the video, guys, is a phenomenal little 1925 property that just has oodles of finds. Enjoy the video, guys. Well, guys, what an incredible day of curb strips. I should have taken the phone. I got Mercury Dime, 1936, 51 Silver Rosie, a 1901 Indian head, 4 Wheaties, 76 Canadian, $1.75 and quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $1 worth of dimes, 8 copper memorials, 4 Zinkins, and a little bit of trash. And then yesterday up in Gainesville on a curb strip, 43 Merc and a Schrader valve stem nut. Now that was out of a permission. And also 4 Wheatie tacks today. Guys, that's one heck of a half a block of a curb strip. Alrighty, talk to you guys soon. Hey good people, Rob here, and I'm on one of my favorite streets in the little town down the street from Denise. I guess I'm like 10 minutes from Denise's house. I've gotten numerous permissions on this street. I just got this house here from the owner's son. Said I could do it. He saw me doing the curb strips a couple weeks ago. I've got that corner house down there. That's where I got the bugle, the vintage bugle piece that I gave back to them after I showed it at my meeting. I've had great success on this curb strip. On the section behind me, I've pulled 2 silvers off. I've got the permission on the house across the street. And let me just show you what I found on my second dig, guys. First one was a clad dime. Alrighty, guys, I'm right here. This is my first dig in the little front yard. Shouldn't take me long to do this. I looked at it, guys, and I dropped it. I thought it was an Indian at first, but it is a Lincoln. Alright, let me zoom on this, see if we can get a date, because it is a Wheatie. And it's pretty worn, guys. I'm hoping this is old. Ooh, does that say 16? 26? I can't see that real well, guys, but I think that's either a 16 or a 26. I'll put that in the, you'll see that across from the coin when I identify it better. But yeah, that's an old worn Wheatie. Nice, our first dig in this yard. I've been doing this little front yard, guys. I did over there around her plants and her hose and which gave off a metal signal because it's a metal hose. Guys, at least 10 Wheatie tacks I got. Almost every single one sounded like a Wheatie, but they're just the roofing tacks. I'll show you them now. And guys, just the one Wheatie, which was the second signal I had when I started today, about 6 or 7 clad dimes. And guys, come over here. I just started on this side of the front yard. "23, 24, occasionally a 22. Never hits 25, guys. I was like, oh, this might be a Wheatie. Could be a Memorial. It shouldn't be a Wheatie tack. Those are 21, 22, 23s. Okay. There's the coin, guys. And I'm like, oh, we might have a Wheatie. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why is that looking like a barber dime? And it's looking like a barber dime, guys, because it's a barber dime. There it is, guys. My new oldest silver off a 20s house here in the local town. I just went 3,000 miles, guys, and didn't find anything this old. And here I am, 8 miles from Denise's house. And there's my new oldest silver. Look at that. You can't even tell that's silver. All right. That is flipping outstanding, guys. All right, I'm going to see if it has a mint mark. All right, gang, you can see how small this front yard is. It's like 12 by 12. I'm going to have it done in probably 10-15 minutes. They only gave me permission to do the front yard. Guys, there's where the barber came out, right there. And guys, I just got a bouncy low 20 signal here. Thought I was hopefully digging for a Wheatie, maybe another Wheatie tack. And then, guys, this came out, and I thought it might be a Chuck E. Cheese token, but it's not, guys. If you look at this, it says Clearwater Pass Bridge, 1-2 axle fair. This is the same token I found on that Dunedin property the first day that I hunted in 2022. I found 2 of them. I did call the Clearwater Historical Society. They do have one of these in stock, so they didn't need it. So there we go, guys. My 3rd one of these. Boom! I'm loving it, guys. Hard to find token, barber, and an old Wheatie. What a good day doing curb strips in a front yard. Alrighty, gang, and the hits keep on coming on this little tiny lawn. There's where the Clearwater Pass token came out from, actually right there, and then the zinc penny right there. And then, guys, I got a faint bouncy signal here, and nice and deep. That looks like an old token. All right, let me clean this up. I got some water and brushes in the truck. Stand by. Alrighty, guys, this is exactly what I thought it was. A Louisiana public welfare tax token. Look at that. It's got the triangle cut out in the center. It says public assistance, public welfare tax 5. I don't know if that's 5 cents or 5 mils. These were generally issued in the 30s, either before or during the Depression. I will look this up and you guys will find out more about this. This is a phenomenal find. 2 incredible tokens within a foot of each other in this yard. Man, this is turning out to be one of my best little yards, guys, in a long time. All right. Alright, guys, the yard where I was getting all the great stuff is the one beyond that fence right there. I have resumed my trip down the curb strip. And guys, I just got a 21, 22 here, never hit 23. But we got a buckwheat. And sometimes the older ones will ring in a tiny bit lower. And we have a 36. That is awesome, guys. Another pre-World War II Wheatie. Outstanding. Hey gang, Rob here. I'm sitting on the tailgate. We're calling it a day. It's been about a 2-hour hunt. And I am declaring today, May 21st, Saturday, the first official day of summer here in Florida. I have sweated through my shirt. I've sweated through this hat. Yeah, that's all sweat, guys. And it's not even sunny out, guys. We had a 60% chance of rain today. That hasn't happened, so it's been completely overcast. But it is so humid and muggy here, guys. I'm just dying. So we're going to call it, guys. And I didn't realize this, but after I sent Dalton and Troy the picture of the 1892 barber, Dalton replied back, so close. And I didn't realize what he meant until I realized 1892 was the first year for a barber, guys. I missed my seated dime by 1 year. 1891 was the last year for seated. But that's okay, guys. This is my new oldest silver, 1892 silver barber. It's my oldest silver. Yep, guys, drove almost 3,000 miles, 7 states, 17 days, and 6 miles from Denise's house, I find my oldest silver. I believe Alanis Morissette calls that, isn't that ironic? See you in the wrap-up. Alrighty, guys, here is the wrap-up for the that little 1920s front yard and the curb strip. Dozen Wheatie tacks. I did great on the clad. 4 quarters, 4 nickels, all of them out of, well, 3 of them out of the same hole. 9 clad dimes, 10 pennies, 9 of them are copper. That's the nice thing about doing old yards and curb strips. You don't get many zincs. The 2 Wheaties, one out of the front yard was the 16, and then the curb strip one was the 36. And guys, the trash, I threw some of it away before I did the wrap up and realized I forgot to do it. Got this old door lock piece, a hot rock. That's actually a rectangular piece of lead, piece of copper, washer. That's copper or brass. I have no idea what it is. I don't know what that little K thing is. I don't know what that is, but I should know. Maybe a lock plate or something. Old GM trunk key. Boy, everything here came out brown. And guys, this cool rolled hunk piece of lead. That's 100-year-old lead down here. You can tell that by the white. That's several pounds of lead right there, guys. That's old. And then obviously your main finds, guys, after the Wheaties. The Clearwater Pass Bridge, which is the bridge on the south side of Clearwater Beach going to Sand Key. Only the 3rd one of these tokens I've ever found. It's rated, I believe, a 74 on the Numista index. It's fairly hard to find. The Louisiana Public Welfare Tax 5 mil token, which equals a half a cent. 1 mil is 1/10 of a cent. These were issued between 36 and 41, I believe, and then they were done away with as a partial penny payment. And then the find of the day, my new oldest coin, in 1892 Barber. I do not believe it has a mint mark. I will show you folks a couple of better pictures of this close up under the light. And that's our 2-hour hunt, guys. Oh, almost forgot. Guys, I didn't dig this dime. It's a new dime to show the size. Guys, look at this little teeny metal cup. I thought this was just like a little tack or something until I cleaned it up and the little handle came through the dirt. Guys, this is like a little, if this was full size, it'd be like an old Wild West metal cup with the blue with the little white holes or the white dots on it. Don't know what they call that, but that's the same kind of pattern on this. But it's a teeny little cup like Barbie size. I have no idea what that's from, guys. If anybody knows, please let me know. I thought that was pretty cool, too. We're doing some research. We found out that these are vintage miniature dollhouse blue speckled enamelware cook set. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you on the next one.